Here's okay. The original lineup, which is this. 2 wrong. Just 2. Only 2 were incorrect, which means 2 of them were in wrong places. Obviously. That's what that means. You swapped 2 of them, and now only 3 are wrong.
Well, we swapped 2 of them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck. I know what he means. It means by switching... How do I explain this?
I'm just gonna help you guys out. It means that one of them was already in the correct place. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's
so either 4 or 8's correct. And then we gotta switch either 4 and 8 with one of the other 5. So either 4 is correct or 8's correct. And then once we figure that, we gotta figure out which of the other 5 is wrong.
Right, 2 things are in the wrong position. When we tried to move those 2, it made another one in the wrong position because we didn't put one in the right place. So it meant that both of them were now in the wrong position. Okay.
Yeah, and the other one that was wrong was still in the wrong position because you only moved 2. Which means the previous location before you took your final guess, one of those 2 that you swapped was in the correct position.
Damn.
So only attributes to 1 extra wrong, 1 being wrong, because 2 of them were already wrong.
Okay, let's do this. Let's look at the other 5 and see what they represent. So, chest, 3rd layer, greed. I think that's obvious. Knife and heart, we're saying it's betrayal, right?
Mm-hmm. That could be the holding on to the heart though.
8. Because that one's literally holding on to her.
Yeah, like 5 and 8 might be able to switch, because
yes, it is a hand squeezing a heart, like not like a gentle squeezing, like it is like crushing this heart.
Right. That would make sense.
Okay, so if we're going by that logic, then 8's correct and 4's wrong.
We could, since we still have questions, we could ask about. We haven't asked about the icon of the fire. We could see what that one symbolizes. See if that helps clear up.
Okay, what do we ask about the fire then? Because that one could be a lot of things. So
yeah.
if we can narrow it down, there'll be a lot of help.
We could ask about Lord who would value this symbol the most. Would that work, or would that be against the rules?
I think that might be like a trick question, because Asmodeus could be like, he values it the most because he can put whoever he wants there.
Yeah.
They'll give you an answer, but it's not going to be as direct as just saying the name of a lord, and you may not like the answer.
I know.
Because it'd be like Asmodeus, because like he controls everything.
Yeah. Damn.
If you want to be more direct, we could put like, what lord is in charge of this symbol, maybe?
No,
Oh,
that's something against rules. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What?
that would be
No.
good. Sorry. Go ahead.
Before we get too far, from what they told us about the seventh layer, I know that we already kind of are sold on the third layer being greed, but it kind of sounds like greed to me, if not pride, and we've already ruled that out for the seventh layer. He chased more, and then, what, lusted for more. It just seemed like he just kind of always wanted more, never. I guess that's
Yeah,
more
but
gluttony, but
I'll help you guys out just with this one. You guys swapped 7 and 9, and it went from 2 to 4 wrong. So
Yeah,
you
we
guys
kn-
automatically ruled that out with
Yeah, we
just
know.
So yeah, 7-9 was correct. Math helped at this one time.
Hmm. How about we, with the fire one, we go back to our question that we received from them of what would one find when their soul is consigned by the sin?
Yeah, we can do that.
I think that's the best thing we got. Yeah.
All right, and with our fire symbol, what would one find when their soul is co-signed by the sand?
Give me a second. I have to read.
Jill, what type of concert was it? Was it band, orchestra, choir? What type of songs were they singing? Mm-hmm. Oh, mm-hmm. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. As long as your kid had fun, that's the most important thing.
Actually, I think I told you guys the answer to this one. Yeah. So you may find a palace occupied by a lord that took their inheritance. While you
Oh yeah.
find
Well, so we already asked that. So okay.
All right.
the
Yes.
old lord pretends to rule still. That is that layer.
That's one.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's the heart with the green fire. That's what we got for the heart with the green fire. The fire, the
But no, he said that was for the flames, right? Because we were asking about the flames, and he said that's the same one as Occupy Heart
Oh
Lord.
yeah, okay, sorry. No, you're right. Because
So
you asked about the symbol, and I was thinking of the layer. That's my bad. So hold on.
did you
That
accidentally
is.
spoil the answer for?
I sure did.
Okay, so
So there you guys go. Your question's down, but you guys got the answer.
so
mean,
this one goes here, and then this one probably goes here.
Well, I totally ruined that.
To be fair, I was already skeptical of that one.
So
'Cause jealousy didn't make sense for that one, in my opinion.
before we do that, let's, just in case, let's get some more health into people. So if I could have Gordy and Lupin stand next to each other, I'd like to spend another 4
Stop
sorcerer
behind myself.
points.
What do you fucking have? What the? Oh, no mind. I'm an idiot.
He's got these hands.
What the
I
fuck?
got
Okay, hold on.
It's really 1
17.
per level.
So
What happened to
but-
my...
But he doesn't. He doesn't cast like a spell slot. Does?
yeah, I cast with
Huh?
sorcerer points, not spell slots. But
What?
so did you? It's a different type of sorcery sorcery.
Oh, yeah,
class.
that's okay. Okay, yep.
So I don't. But you're healing yourself.
Yep.
All right. Then I'll just lay my hand on Gordy's shoulder and give him I'll spend 3 sorcerer points. Give you 20 HP. And I'd say we're ready to submit.
Is it
So
ready?
anyone-
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, we ball.
Make a con save.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, everybody.
Is it possible?
Wait, hold on before I commit. What did I roll? Where's my thing? Did it not show my roll? What the heck happened?
Fire. That's about
Fire.
the best you've got so far. More
So far-
intense fire, the more is wrong.
Fire damage that can't be resisted, but we can heal.
Yeah, I changed it from not being able to heal to healing now.
Did my roll not show up? What the heck happened?
I did not. I don't see anything. Yeah, it's just unresistible fire damage for this.
I'm gonna re-roll that for my
Maybe.
per day heroic inspiration.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay.
You guys all fail as you feel the ability, or as you fail to suppress the idea of pride in getting your answers correct. You feel a surge of energy as this pride kind of takes over you. It is not a dirty pride. It is not a sinful pride. It is a pride well deserved. Level up.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
And now I'm gonna, well, because you the guys are either gonna fight these guys or do the puzzle successfully. So you guys did the puzzle successfully, so that's a reward. Level up. For this last one, these guys would have been a fucking nightmare to fight. By the way, they'd have been hard as shit.
Of course, they're Asmodeus dudes.
Yep. So as you guys are leveling up, sure you try to listen because I am gonna give you guys some important descriptions and things here. So as each symbol begins to glow a lighter color, as they all become engulfed in a sort of fire, as if burning slowly each symbol. Anger, wrath. The sin of anger fuels wrath, vengeance, and inner turmoil. And it takes root in Avernus, the domain of our new Zariel, pride of Asmodeus. Murder. Killing an innocent or family members is evil business that comes home to roost in Dis, the domain of the close to Asmodeus Dispater. Greed is the sin that leads to a life of accumulating wealth and sharing very little, if anything. A sin nurtured in Menoros, the domain of Mammon, the one who fuels the currency of the hells. Jealousy. The jealous are never satisfied with what they have. Phlegethos, the domains of Fierna and Belial. Betrayal. Betraying a loved one, a god, or a sovereign can damn one's soul to Stygia, the frozen domain of Levistus. Oppression. Unjustly imprisoning enemies and denying their freedom is the devil's work and reflective of Malbolge, the domain of Glacia, the daughter of Asmodeus. Deceit, lying that leads to harm, is like Maladomini, the domain of Beelzebul, the lord of slugs. Harm, mutilating or torturing an enemy, is wicked work that warms the ice-cold heart of Mephistopheles, the archdevil who presides over Cania. The only one angry enough to want to rise, but smart enough not to challenge. And of course, pride. Some say that it is the original sin that led to all other sins, that each sin has a piece of pride reflected in it. And it is a secret, a rumor, that it may be Asmodeus' sin himself, and thus his own domain, and that which resides in Cania. Not Cania.
Kenny's 8.
Yeah, I always mix them up. Nessus. I always mix up Cania and Nessus. You have learned, by trial, by fire, by your knowledge that you sought, by seeking our brethren, or our enemies, whatever you wish to see them as to us. But you have learned of where we thrive, of where we live, and where we wish to bring the evils of the world, where we wish to quell a chaotic evil, and bring rise to a lawful one that is justice to those deserving. And thus, you will be rewarded as we have promised. By succeeding in this trial, not only have you failed to earn our ire, you have succeeded in receiving 9 questions, where we will give you 9 answers. And we hand unto you these, and he holds a small bag that jingles as he kind of moves it, and you hear humming coming from inside. And then he also holds a book, we'll say it's not a book, it's a few parchments, like, kind of neatly wrapped with a leather cord together. And then he walks forward and hands them to you guys.
Thank you.
Do you
very
take them?
much. I would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it with ball.
So, give me 1 second. As you take the coins, okay, you feel a weight, a pressure, as if your soul itself is being wrenched and dragged down as you carry these humming, jangly things inside that have a similar resemblance in sound to the coins that you had acquired earlier. And you feel as if right now you have disadvantage on everything that you do. And you see him look at you, and you see him cover his mouth in like he's almost about to giggle, but he kind of feels bad in a way. Oh, I forgot. You should be careful of how many of these that you hold. For they are a currency of the hells, and thus innately hold powerful evils. Whether it is because the souls inside are such, or because the souls inside are innocent and wrongly consigned to a coin. You can only hold so many, as you are not evil.
See, thank you for the lesson. How... I'll take a look in the bag and see how many are in there.
9.
One for each layer.
All right. If everyone could take 2 except for Gordy, take 1. That would
I think
give all-
Gordy got rid of his earlier.
Did Gordy get rid of his?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys gave it to the angel.
Yeah.
Right, and he was able... And
She.
She. My bad. All right. Well, Gordy did already bear that burden for a while. I think it's fair that you only take 1, and the rest of us have 2 for right now to bear that weight. Will the rest of y'all agree?
That's fine by me.
What's your con modifier, Remus?
My con modifier right now, I have a 16 in con.
So +3. That's not your modifier.
Sorry, 3.
You're
Sorry,
fine. You hand out the coins, and as soon as you get down to 3 coins in your hand, as you drop them, you feel the weight immediately lift.
take a deep breath, and seems there is an amount that you're able to withstand at some point, depending on how hardy you are, but God, does it hurt. All right, and we each have a question, or we may ask 9 questions. I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm asking the party.
Ask that again, Remus?
Did we each get to ask them a question, or did we get to ask 9 questions?
9 questions. Sorry, I thought you said that was not for the DM, so I did not answer that.
Yeah, no, I was checking with the party first. I wasn't wanting that to be part of one of the questions that we use.
It is not. I would answer that. It is 9 questions for you guys to ask collectively, individually, whatever you want. It's just 9 questions that they'll give you. And they'll give you 9 answers.
Right. I guess I know we have to discuss these. I guess we could ask if our loved ones are actually within the Hells.
I guess we can ask something more the lines of the ones that we're seeking. Do they lie in the hells?
He'll give you some rules here. Not like rules that not rules for you guys to follow in your questions. It kind of is, but it's also to give you guys more of a thing. He says that if you ask a question that he knows not the answer, he will stay silent. That way, you always don't, because you're not getting an answer, you don't burn a question. But if you stay silent, then you know.
Our only connection to hell are people missing, right?
Right now, yeah.
Because, like, They just randomly picked us to go on this expedition that they've sent other people to and have died violently?
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure she told us.
No, she has not told you anything like that. She has said that they have had celestial allies go down to the Hells and go missing. They don't think that anybody else has the potential for growth to survive down there. That's why they're
That's
sending you
right.
guys.
Okay, yep, mortals can't do it because of that.
You guys are mortals. You guys can die.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get me wrong. But they just don't think that anyone else is able to take on the risk without significantly more risk than you guys would take on.
Sure. I understand. Yeah. Asking if our loved ones are in hell is probably a good place to start.
All right. Would you know if the loved ones that each of us have lost recently are located somewhere within the layers of hell?
He stays silent.
I have a. This is towards the party. I have a question. The one god Levistus, why was he in prison? Why did he want to betray Asmodeus? That seems kind of important to ask. Why is he allowed to still be a lord if he's imprisoned?
I'm gonna go find the 7 pages of lore. Hold on. Just in case you guys ask.
Because this seems like just like, hey, ask fucking lore you want to know kind of questions.
It could be more. I would say more as like a DM favor. Try not to ask for plot because I want to give you guys plot. I want you guys to learn the plot and explore the plot.
Okay, so avoid plot for this game. Got it.
No, it's learn plot as you go, but not at the beginning. It's not like,
You said
hey,
no, don't ask for lore for this game. Got it.
No, I said don't ask for plot. I said ask for lore, not plot.
So what happens when a world merges with Ljos?
That's plot.
No,
And you'll learn on Sunday.
no.
I don't think these guys would know.
Probably not.
And you'll find out on Sunday.
It was just fun banter with Johnny.
Maybe you'll learn on Sunday. We'll see. Let's see if you guys
You
pay
and I got
attention
to
enough.
nail down Ren soon.
I mean, yeah, I'm working on a lot. Don't worry.
If there's no combat next session, it's fine. But
Yeah, there's no I'm guessing right now there's gonna be 2 or 3 sessions of just talking and role playing. Is my guess.
okay. Then
I
we got
mean,
time, never mind.
it could be shortened. Don't get me wrong, by like you guys understanding and not like having more questions or you guys interacting much less than like I'm anticipating. Like there are ways that could be shortened, but that's my guess. Anyways, this is Wednesday, not Sunday.
What?
Where the fuck? There it is. Sorry, I couldn't find the fucking page I was looking for. Okay. You guys can ask whenever you're ready now. I found the lore, just in case.
Why was Levistus imprisoned in As? What was his betrayal specifically?
Okay, hold on. Betrayal of our Lord himself. He attempted to ravish the consort of Asmodeus, and when she would not submit to the frozen prince, he slew her. So Asmodeus imprisoned him. Do not mistake his imprisonment. Do not miss. Sorry, I was just reading something to make sure. I didn't just say something random, but do not mistake his imprisonment for his lack of power. Asmodeus gave him quite the extensive reward for his act, but he took it through vengeance by imprisoning him in an eternal glacier. But if you approach Levistus and attempt to coerce or deceive or harm, however you choose to cross him, despite being on a frozen throne behind layers of impenetrable ice, you will feel his wrath.
Well, luckily none of us are up to the task to fighting the Lords of the Nine Hells. Like the rest of the party, just like breaking the fourth wall. Right, guys?
Ezra looks
Fuck
like a
it.
camel.
Here's a stick. Go kill God.
Okay. Kind of makes me wonder where we are going to fight in this campaign.
Are you
Regardless.
guys okay if I ask a selfish question?
We have 8 more questions to go, so
Well,
I'll feel okay with it.
we have 7 questions. He wasn't able to answer the first one.
No, I told you guys that if he doesn't answer it and he's silent, he doesn't give you an answer, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't.
All
count.
right.
So
All
if he
right.
stays silent, it means he
Thank
does
you.
not know the answer, and he will not give you an answer. Or he will not give you an answer. I won't say it doesn't mean he doesn't know necessarily, but he won't give you the answer. If he does not give you an answer, it does not count against your questions, though. It's him playing fair.
Right. Which of the lords of the 9 hells would covet knowledge above all else?
You guys might have to ask other questions in between, because that might take me a minute to hunt for that. You even see him begin to, like, rub his chin, think.
He's like checking like Google.
No, I'm reading my books. It'll be much quicker in Google.
No, I meant like the hell guy. Just like, hold on, let me pull out my iPhone.
Yeah, he pretty much, yeah.
It's like all demonified. It's like spiky and
My
on
my
fire.
health phone. What would be the opposite of an apple? Like the hell
A
version of
peach?
an apple. A peach? Ooh, a peach phone. The iPeach.
A peach.
The peach. What else could we
Okay.
ask?
Though your question may be important to you, the answer is difficult. Our initial thought would likely be Mammon. He who wishes to hold greed, he who wishes to own the most artifacts, the most pieces of worldly power. But we believe his greed is more attached to power, desire, more than it is knowledge. Knowledge could be directly tied to any of the lords, depending on the knowledge it is that one holds.
Thank you. That does help me understand them in a much broader way.
7 questions. Oh, funny story. I have to tell it because it just came to my brain. I went to the store today and I bought a Dr. Pepper and a raspberry zinger while we were like at the gas station while we were like at this job like an hour away, and it came out to $6.66, and I thought it was very fitting. Considering today's Wednesday and we're playing in the Hells campaign, I just had to say it because it was crazy. I should have bought a lottery ticket because the odds of that are fucking crazy.
We could ask him like, are there actual like cities and civilizations within the Nine Hells? Since like, as far as we know, no one really knows. You know.
It's very true.
I would ask the gentleman, within the Nine Hells, does there lie civilizations as we see here on Ljos?
As you see here, no. But there does lie civilizations, places that are the domains of the kings and queens who reside in the layers. I am finding them. Hold on. Because he will give you the names of each location. The Bronze Citadel. The closest thing you'll find to a city in Avernus, but a place of the utmost importance to them. A place where their forges and anvils ring with the drums of war as they send off more commanders and those who are to be lambs to the slaughter against the fights of chaos. It's going to take me a minute between each one because I have to find the name of them. Dis, a city that lies in disfavor, ever-changing and ever-moving, as is guarded as the lord of the second himself. Shit. The sinking city. A place of shifting muck below it, where ooze rises between paved stones and entire streets regularly buckle and shift. Buildings shudder and teeter, occasionally collapsing, killing those who inhabit them. This is the important city of Menoros. Within Phlegethos, there is no city, but a palace, named after the Lord of the Hell itself, Fierna. A palace that dominates the landscape of Phlegethos for miles. A lithe and snaking tower of crystalline stone wreathed in blue flame that juts sinuously into the shimmering air, rising from a spring of sputtering magma pools, where inside burning staircases spiraled down into the earth, leading to Fierna's pleasure domes. Stygia. The city of Tantalin. Translucent serrated spires high. The city sends translucent serrated spires high into its twilight sky. Every wall, structure, and cobblestone in Tantalin either carved directly from ice or molded from water poured into shaped containers and then frozen. Malbolge, where the most important place is Glacia's fortress, Ossia. It sits high on the edge of the Hair Forest, made out of a large creature's hideously enlarged and distorted skull. A white, dome-like structure that has oval windows of red glass. Some say that you can see behind the window panes Glacia, entertaining guests, looking down upon the rest of her gruesome domain. Maladomini, the once imposing and majestic city that lives within it, known as Malagard, now slowly slumps into the dirt, incrementally collapsing with each passing day. It used to be rebuilt constantly, build and rebuild incessantly by the Lord, who has now given up on its ever-decaying structure. Cania and the citadel of Mephistar, towering above the expanse of sparkling whiteness, is a glacier known as Nargis, a mountain of ice, locked firmly in its place by surrounding glaciers. And carved from its gleaming and translucent ice is an oddly warm and inviting citadel, known as Mephistar, which cradles the palatial manor of the Lord Mephistopheles. And of course, Nessus. Nessus and Malshim. A vast citadel that sits at the juncture of Hell's Lips and Reaper's Canyon. Its main structure, built of stone and Beatorian green steel, stretches in a shape of an X for miles along the floors of both the gorges. Chambers and garrisons have been created by digging deep into the canyon walls. If Malshim were to collapse, millions of devils would die in the crush of rock. But since the citadel was designed by our Lord himself, even fearing the idea of it is such a foolish endeavor. Malshim houses Asmodeus's vast army. Every drop of blood he sheds swells its numbers, and they are all but for his personal use. And when that time comes, the world, above and below, will quake. The citadel itself and all the connecting tunnel complexes are so large that a map to show them, would be so many pages. One, even imagining of it, the imagination of it, begins to overwhelm the stimuli in your brain.
Well, that was quite informative. Anybody have anything else to ask?
There. Yes, about Levistus. Yes, about... Yeah, that was just it. You have 6 questions left.
I mean, we could also ask what other powerful demons reside in the hells that could rival the other 9 lords.
Oh, he mentioned something about like a war that's going on down there.
We could ask about the war that's raging on in the hells. And who their enemy is, and what they're fighting. Who do they wage war against, I guess, would be a better question. In the hells.
That sound good to everyone?
Does to me.
All right. You mentioned a war that is being raged on and people preparing for it down in the Hells. What war is waging in the Hells?
The constant and eternal blood war, where the beings of chaos, they shudder forth from a never-ending rush from a place known as the Abyss. At least that's what it was called in our world. These creatures known as demons are non-stop. They wish to sow destruction and the end of all beings, all creation, all life. They wish to see nothing exist but the beings that hold domain over them. Beings higher in power and thought than even the gods of the pantheon that we feel here. Thus, to keep order and structure to the worlds, devils fight the demons in these never-ending wars, known as the Blood War. It is the most ravenous and the most brutal on the first layer of Avernus, where portals and pools of spawning occur. But they find their ways deeper, and they seek to challenge the lords themselves. Those beings are also known as lords. We refer to them as the demon princes, and there are many more of them than there are the lords of the Nine. But the lords of the Nine's quality shines over the quantity of the demons thousandfold. But there are a handful of terrifying princes that even Asmodeus himself sometimes emerges forth to quell and send back to their home, even for a short period of time.
Okay, so there's plenty of demon princes. What kind of answers to the question I was going to ask? I mean, if we're going to ask that question, we got to narrow it down to demons rather than... No, devils rather than demons. Sorry.
Do we know
So
that
the way
hell,
to-
like, corrupts people? Oh, sorry.
Quickly, just before you answer that question, or I answer that question, Zan, you guys, for you guys as players and as characters, just a way to think about it, chaos, don't even think about it in evil terms, because if you try to mix evil, you always mix them up. Chaos are demons, devils are order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we could ask something along the lines of, besides demons and devils, what other creatures lies in the hells that could rival their powers? My audio cut out. Oh, it came back.
Hey, sounds viable to me.
What did Gordy ask?
He was asking if you guys know that the hells corrupt you. You guys have like been given the concept of being corrupted while in the hell, but you guys don't know the details of it.
We could ask, how does the hells corrupt you, I guess?
Or at least
Or how to
the
prevent it.
the effects of it itself. We don't really understand this corruption.
So
We
then
were
we could
told
ask, how does one prevent corruption from the hells?
we know how to remove it, but preventing it's a whole other
You
thing.
know how to remove it?
You guys know a way to remove it.
We know a way, yeah.
Yeah, we know a way. Releasing the souls bound to the soul coins.
Oh, okay.
That was taught to us by the angel.
Mm-hmm.
We could ask, like, what are ways to prevent corruption in the hells?
As he hears you guys like bantering between each other and find information, he points at that book he handed you when you say that.
I'll take a look at the
You can
book.
take a look at it later. Let's do the questions first.
Okay, I was about to say it gets.
Fair.
All right, so
Okay, then yeah, whatever.
You will see in it. It lists 9 ways to avoid or remove corruption. I'll tell you
Wow,
that, but
how
we'll get to the
convenient.
details later.
I mean, is there anything anybody personally want to ask?
I mean, we kind of assumed that something took something from each of our loved one, like took some our loved ones, and I don't know if it was because of them or because of us, but we could see if there are lords of the hells who have specific plans for us, but that might be a bit too much. Might be thinking ahead too far.
I don't know. It just seems like they're seeking to corrupt mortals for their own gain.
Oh, I have one. If the Hells have been around for all this time, why now? Why
You
are
guys
they?
know why?
We do?
So,
Yeah.
kind of. You guys know why in context because of this. So, you guys live in Ljos. In Ljos, the afterlife was known as the upper planes and the lower planes. The lower planes only consisted of, the lower planes only consisted before of Gehenna. That was your hell, air quote. You didn't refer to it as hell or the underworld. Or you guys would call it the underworld or Gehenna. That was your air quote hell, the bad place that people went to when they died. That was your lower plane. You guys know about the upper planes because the upper planes are where the Celestials reside. It's where certain like you guys would hear stories of or know through the pantheon, learning of the pantheons, that most gods in the pantheon live on their own realm within the upper planes. Which upper plane kind of depends on which god, but you know that they all have their thing. So most of the upper planes are established. Gehenna is the only existing lower plane. Now, and this is a common thing in Ljos, it's studied in their history books or in their schools. People learn about it because they need to know the dangers of the world. It'd be like learning about like World War I and World War II and like politics and stuff. You guys know that sometimes it seems as if beings, creatures, gods, things from other worlds are shifted into the world of Ljos. When that happens, it follows a fracture. Recently, not much came. It seemed as though. You guys have learned over, because it's been a couple of years since this has happened. Like, El Turel arrived a couple of years ago. And nobody really, everyone kind of let it happen and was learning about it slowly. Now that you guys have been on this path recently and you guys have been contacted by these people, you guys have learned about two lower planes that have been brought in. That is the Abyss, and that is the Nine Hells. Those are two more lower planes that have been added. So they are two more potential areas that a soul may end up, whether lost or not, because you guys don't know the details of how a soul is consigned to a place after death, because none of you are religious enough, I would say. Or have that kind of background necessarily. But you know that when a soul dies, it goes to a plane of existence that is not the material plane. It's either an upper or a lower plane. Before, it was Gehenna if you were bad, and there was many places depending on other stages, neutral or good. Now, the Abyss and the Nine Hells exist. There's three potential locations that an evil soul or a bad person could go when they die. So you guys know that the reason that the Hells and all this stuff existing now is now because they've only been here for 2 fucking years. In the grand scheme of things and how long things have existed, it's a very short period of time. Now, if you want to further that question, you could, but you know the context of why the world itself has never really interacted or been around with it. It's because the Nine Hells never existed before now, in this world.
Alright. But guess we could ask why they're starting with Elturel. We haven't been able to figure out what type of devastation has fell Elturel, but obviously there's some problems here, and that's fueling the fire of why all these cults are showing up, but there might be more of a reason why that's going on.
I mean, we could ask, what's the connections between the Hells and Elturel?
What does everyone think?
Feels like nobody's thinking.
I mean, I'm thinking. Yeah, we just asked, what's the connection between Elturel and the Hells is. Is that correct, Jordan?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay. Elturel is simply a place that existed with us in our world before here. It was consigned to the Hells through a deal made by a being of immense evil that lived on our material plane, and Zariel herself, to bring down a group of people that followed her into the Hells when she initially arrived. In our world, Zariel was redeemed, saved, given a new chance at her previous life, and she brought El Turel alongside another celestial being back to the material plane. And now that it is protected once more, we simply wish to consign the souls that live within to the hells as was given to us through a contract, as we are deserving. Funnily enough, alongside that came a being who wishes the same. Though the Zariel we know is not there, we have found a new one.
So there's two Zariels, one in another world and then a different one brought along here?
He shrugs his shoulders. That does not count against the question. That was more like a conversational question. He would more likely stay silent on that one.
So like, that begs the question: if Zariel was able to be redeemed, does that mean the other 9 Lords of the Nine Hell could be redeemed? I asked to the rest of the party.
I don't know. They each represent their own sin in and of itself. I think we'd have to know more about Zariel to be able to see how she was able to get redeemed. We know that she was an angel who failed. We learned that from talking to the angel that we met. But
Yes, and Asmodeus was also a divine being who also failed. Does that mean Asmodeus also has the power or potential to be redeemed?
Based on your guys' story that you guys were initially told, there's 2 more that came with him initially, too.
Yeah,
One
it
of them
was
not Zariel.
Mephistopheles and Levistus, right?
I'm not going to answer it. I feel like that's one you should have taken notes on.
I did take notes, but
But
It was really
if you took notes, then you have it.
it was really long.
we could ask in the Hells right now, is there anything or anyone in particular who wants us here dead or corrupted for any reason?
I mean, wouldn't that just be all devils? Wouldn't they want to see us all corrupted?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, but us as individuals for any specific reason.
I suppose we can ask that.
Anyone have a better way to phrase that?
I suppose we could ask, is there anyone in the Nine Hell who specifically wants us to be corrupted? DM can ask for plot? Yeah, exactly.
No. Well, I'm just wondering if something knows that we're being targeted. But yeah, no, that does sound kind of plot related.
I will say you guys know you have a role to play.
Okay.
You just don't know what the role is, pretty much, is like the best way to explain it.
Yeah, with the
You guys have
roleplay,
also been told, if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, you guys have also been told about the Guardian connection. So you guys know that's a thing that exists too, but again, you don't know much about it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry, Sunday's learning about it too.
Hooray, we all don't know anything.
What the
if we
fuck am I
ask-
listening to?
What? Glacia doesn't like her father Asmodeus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Would have been good to know before we get to that layer.
Think of other stuff while I look for this one, because this is a long-winded one. So I have to make sure I'm giving you just the right
It all
information.
started when she was born.
Funnily enough, yes.
Deadbeat
Okay.
dad.
I mean, her mother is dead. I assume that's her mother. And then, it's just them two, I guess. Awkward, family dinner tables.
He became distant, stopped showing up to her school activities.
He missed, like, one too many plays.
Went to go buy milk.
Came home, was just drunk on the fucking chair watching TV.
Yeah, she was on Hell's Got
Had
Talent.
to teach
and he
herself
didn't
how to cook at
support
like
her,
12.
12.
Started dating before she thought he should.
God, I'm 11. No.
She hit 1800 years old and just didn't look back.
Are you trying to do a good deed? It's not a phase, Dad.
Yeah, instead of goth, she's all preppy. You put on that black makeup right now.
Dad, can I go see the new BTS concert?
You listen to death metal and you'll like it.
No daughter of mine is going to wear that much clothing.
Now listen to this. You're gonna listen to some real music. I smell this. Lucifer.
God, Asmodeus has some of the fucking cleanest art in the goddamn game.
This one's a little dark, but I don't want to do drugs with the other kids, Dad.
You'll do drugs and you'll like it.
I'm tired of doing drugs. Grandpa, well, that's too damn bad.
Well, that's too damn bad.
If a chain devil was jumping off a bridge, you would too.
Or you'd make him do it, damn it.
And I don't want to see you hanging around them demons anymore. You hear me?
Phenomenal.
We don't speak to their kind around here. God, imagining a devil with a southern accent is so realistic and it bothers me.
But Dad, he's not like other Vrocks. He listens.
He ain't one of the good ones.
Oh no.
I hate this because I've actually encountered someone like this in my real life, and it's just making me laugh because it seems like satire, but there's real people out there that are like that, and it's like I can't believe that.
It's a thing.
While things are getting settled, I need to step away for just a moment. So keep asking questions and keep posting stuff.
I mean, me and Jimmy have been asking a lot of questions. What do you guys want to ask?
Kind of asking the questions I would want answered him.
Fair.
Give me all the lore. Please and thank you.
Give me more lore.
I shoot first and ask questions later.
Well, right now we gotta ask
That's
questions
not-
now and then shoot later.
Is that really Glacia?
I don't know.
Oh, it's from 4E. I didn't know that. What the fuck? I thought that was unofficial art. Sorry, I found some art of her that I thought was unofficial, but it's actually art of her, and that's really sick. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll share it with you guys.
Oh, I just looked it up on the Forgotten Realms wiki. Or fandom or whatever.
Well, I'm posting anyway, because fuck you.
Yep. I was like, I want to know. For at a distance, it looked like a photo.
That's her at the club.
That's her standing in front of a picture of Asmodeus.
Okay, I was like, yeah, that's probably what the statue looked like, huh? That we wanted to destroy.
Yeah, that would be very similar to that statue. Actually, that'd be a very good representation of what that statue I was talking about would look like. And it's funny because, like, I didn't think about that because, again, I thought this is unofficial art because it's the guy I tell you guys about where I use the stat blocks. He uses this picture, and I didn't know this is Glacia. I thought it was unofficial, like magic art or something. This is from 4th edition. I did not know that.
Oh my god. 2nd edition art of her is
Creepy?
she looks maxing, yeah.
Yeah, she is Giga Chad. 2nd and 1st edition of anything are gonna look a little weird. The 1st edition one is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's her.
Man, I feel like 1st edition kind of like
Kind of
female devil, you know.
The devil you know.
When was 1st edition released?
You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like a tattoo.
70s?
you put on.
1st edition, 70s.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, she definitely looks like she's giga maxing. Just the chat.
Look at my chin.
A man would
Crimson
love
chin.
that face like that. Maybe not quite, actually. It's a bit too much.
Anyways, you guys can ask questions. I was looking for pictures of Asmodeus before his fall, but there's none that exist officially.
Challenge rating 1822.
If that's what you want to believe.
My bulge. That's her 3rd edition challenge rating.
If that's what you want to believe.
That was, you know. Oh my god. From Dungeon Magazine 197. December 2011. Sorry. I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, I know, I could tell. Questions, anybody?
I mean, fuck it. If it's okay with the other parties, well, I was gonna ask.
Did we get an answer? I thought. Wait, hold on.
He's. Oh,
Okay.
To be fair, I
Last question
forgot
is-
about that because I was looking for something to refer to. But yeah, give me 1 second.
But yeah. What other creatures besides demons and devils reside in the hells that could rival the lords of the hells? I guess.
Besides demons and devils, you're asking?
Yes.
He says, I'm trying to read, so I'm going to be a little slow as I answer. He says, invaders. Celestial beings, beings that don't belong in the hells, creatures that aren't allowed there, with explicit permission from the devils themselves. They all potentially pose a threat. Now you guys are down to 2. I haven't answered 1 though. The last one. I need to find a way to condense Glacia's information to what they would also answer.
I'll be right back.
I don't know if this might be an important question, but travel between the layers is that something
You can ask
that,
about that.
Well, I'm talking to the party right now. Is that something that we should know how to do beforehand? And is it something that can be undone after it's done, or that's something that isn't quite known yet? What do y'all think?
I think that it will probably be handled for us, but I think it might be useful information to know. Or to understand.
Sigmund, Lupin, what do you think? I'd ask Caius, but he's AFK.
Ian.
Well, I have a feeling that it's going to happen to us no matter what we do, whether we know about it or not. I think, I mean, there's no harm in asking. I mean, what else? We're literally weighed down with questions that we don't have. So ask whatever you want. Ask him what his mother's name is for all I care. I'm ready to do what's next.
When it comes to traveling between layers of hell, what type of methods are there? And
Give me 1 second. I'm reading something.
What are your Uber rates?
Expensive.
I'd sell my soul for an Uber down to layer 7.
Sold!
Never went down to Georgia.
I forgot about that. Fuck. Okay.
What layer of hell is Georgia?
All of them. And just so you guys know, I do have an encounter planned for that.
Encounter for what?
The devil went down to Georgia.
Sick.
What about misery?
I need a fiddle.
That's definitely its own layer, and it's called Misery.
Missouri?
Yep.
Yeah, it's between
Accurate.
the 4th and the 5th layer. It's in the Midwest.
It's its own hell. It's cold. It's cold like 6-7 months out of the year. The rest of it's just hot.
Oh, hi. Oh, my God.
Okay, so before I answer that question, I'm going to go back to the other question. Glacia and Asmodeus had a falling out, that of which even Asmodeus himself keeps close to his chest. There are many rumors. Some say it is Glacia who had an affair or a relationship of some sort with another archdevil that inspired the ire of Asmodeus as he ended it, which then in turn caused Glacia to hold anger and resentment towards him. Others believe that Asmodeus did not fight strong enough for her love, for her affection, and that she resents him because of that. The diabolical politics of the Hells, their labyrinthine nature, either could be true. No matter the reason, Glacia seems to hold a special disdain towards her father. Another rumor that is quietly sung. You could use this as leverage towards other devils. Is that she is a forbidden child of Asmodeus. There is but one rule that if you break within the Hells, Asmodeus himself will punish you. And it will not be eternal torture or hellfire. It will not be consigned to another layer or turned into a lemure. You will disappear from existence. No two devils may have a child.
What about adoption?
Fuck them kids. You guys good? Before I move on, I just want to make sure you guys have notes or things you're clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was finishing right now. So now two devils may hold the child, or may conceive a child, I guess?
May have a child, is what it says. It's like, it's a very, it's hard to answer because it's kind of written weird. Some versions of it, and I'm talking about like D&D, this is player stuff I'm telling you guys. So you just say have a child is what the characters understand. Sometimes it's written as conceived, sometimes it's written as bear, sometimes it's written as own, sometimes it's written as, like, I don't remember the word, I can't think of it, but like as if they adopted the child and raised it. They're not allowed to have a child together, is like pretty much what the rule is. To be very generic, but also very specific, as in, like, it's specific enough that they can't have a child no matter what, but it's also, in that same sense, it's very wide, so it holds, you know, it's able to kind of hold up against many arguments that they just can't have children.
Yeah, what if it's like a poly situation? How would that work?
Doesn't count.
Okay.
Poly couples, only one person can still bear the child or have the child.
What if the guy becomes like impreg?
That is possible in D&D. So,
yeah, you're right.
it's not very fun.
I can imagine.
So if Lupin gets pregnant as a bear and then turns back into a human.
I don't want to test that out.
Alright, I'm writing down in my notes. Impregnate Lupin? Question mark.
I mean, that's a good question. Like, if two devils can't have children, then how can there be more devils? How is a devil created then?
Before you get to any more questions, since you guys are done taking notes, I'm going to answer the question about travel between the hells.
Okay.
Traveling between the hells is varied. There are many forms or modes of travel. The two most common are finding the door to the next layer, so to say. The other is the river Styx. It travels through all the 9 hells. Both hold their own dangers. Both have their own pros and their own cons. How you traverse those should be a fun and dangerous experience.
All right.
Are you guys gonna commit to the how are devils made thing?
I mean, I would say more if no two devils may have a child, then how is a devil created? Is what I would word it, if the other party would agree to it.
I think that's good to know.
Sure.
Devils are created through the abundance of souls and the energy that manipulates them. When a soul is consigned to the hells, it is tortured and refined until it can form into a devil. Some souls are slain and brought down through certain weaponry. Some are sent there through contracts. Some are sent there as punishment. Then, their souls are twisted and malformed until they form a devil. And then it becomes in their nature to climb the infernal hierarchy. Or they are given a certain task through the contract when they sign it as to where they belong in that hierarchy. And they fulfill their roles based on the kind of devil that they exist as. But each devil seeks to climb, and thus creates an eternal cycle.
Okay, so then we have one question left, or was that the last one?
That would be one more left. I didn't write it this time, sorry. Asking.
What else could we ask?
If you're a bitch.
Hey, you! Are you a bitch? He's like, no.
Immediately gets smited in the ground.
I don't know. He'd
Here,
probably.
how about you
he'd
ask
probably be like,
Asmodeus?
he'd be like, "Come and find out, motherfucker."
No magic, no weapons, just hands.
Catch me outside. How about that?
No, but the position's available if you're looking.
Maybe something like,
Oh.
what's the safest way to... No, go ahead.
They're helping us. I know we passed their test and everything, but there's probably something more to it. What do they gain from telling us all this information? Does that sound like a...
Actually, yeah, that's a good one.
I know we passed...
We could like ask like, what is you or Asmodeus gain from asking us or letting us ask these questions?
I think it's a smart question.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know we passed your test and obviously the trials with all of the cults here, but what is it that yourselves as a group and Asmodeus gain from allowing us to take these trials and ask these questions?
We do not gain anything. We give you the knowledge that allows you to forge your path forward, to find your role in the grand scheme. It is as simple as that. We simply are the signposts that allow you to find your way forward. And as for Asmodeus, we know not if he does gain. We are not high enough on his chain to be given that sort of knowledge.
That could have been timed any better. Oh my fucking god.
What happened?
Someone did the badoomps fucking
I don't
soundboard
have.
effect. Yeah, I know you haven't turned off. That was like my first thought after laughing. I was like, Joker's gonna be so confused. He was like, my joke wasn't that funny.
Yeah, I was like, it was okay.
It's like,
The first thing I did was look for what you guys were laughing at, because I was like, I wasn't that fucking funny. What the fuck?
So, you've answered all the questions. What now?
You see as a wall of fire begins to form in front of them, as you see them smile, and they walk forward. And as you see the bodies disappear behind the flames, the pillars that arose dissipate. And then suddenly the scene around you turns into a dilapidated, destroyed church where shattered, stained windows remain, and rubble is all that lives within this once grand structure.
it seems like a waste of good architecture. Wouldn't you agree, Gordy?
Yeah, I was about to say that I was quite impressed, actually.
I mean, it looked pretty, but I wouldn't associate good with that. But I think we need to go immediately and tell them everything that we just learned.
Right. Let's be off, and hopefully that book they gave us will give us some more answers.
As you walk outside, you see carved in the ground. It looks like a line of a scorch, like a scorched mark, almost creating like a trail.
Where does it seem to lead?
Do you continue
Oh.
to follow it?
Believe that we
Maybe.
should.
You suck, you jackass.
Oh, all right. But
As you
yeah,
follow it, you find this. You kind of mark down and track what you guys saw, and you see that it seems to be almost a symbol of sorts. Drawn from the remainders... Oops, that was supposed to say there. Oops.
Okay. That's what that circle was.
It's a girl.
You guys can look up the symbol of Beator if you wish. Beator is B-A-A-T-O-R. You know, or I could just, be a good DM and post it. Hold on.
Ah,
Cool, because I still misspelled it.
yeah. I was like, I did not. I tried to listen, but then I was like, forgot what you said immediately. Oh, you?
is there any type of check or understand that I can do to try to understand this symbol or know if I've seen it?
You wouldn't know the Beator part, obviously, because you guys don't know what the fuck Beator is. But no, you have no concept what this symbol means, is, or what it, denotates. I was trying to think of a word, sorry.
All right. Since I
Denotes,
haven't,
not denotates.
since I haven't seen it before, I'll take out some of my parchment and make a sketch of it.
You can do that. Just don't add the Beator part to whatever your notes are.
Yeah, strange
You don't know the
symbol
major.
strange symbol left after cathedral.
So, you guys read the notebook on your way back to... I'm guessing you guys are heading back to meeting place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys find 9 things written in there. I heard these on my phone. And then it couldn't... For some reason, my OneNote isn't transferring recently, so I have to read what I wrote on my phone. The first one says, inversion. Do a deed twofold in meaning for what sin you committed. The top of the page would read erase sin. Sorry. 2. Freeing a wrongly trapped soul from its consignment. 3. Atonement through actions and deeds more powerful than the sin. 4. Giving unto mortals what you have taken from others. 5. Reconsecration of a site deemed no longer holy or given unholy energies. 6. Give one's soul to a cause or being more worthy than the weight of the sin. 7. Remove unnecessary evils 9 times more heavy than the weight of one's sin in totality. 8. Have the sin stricken from the archive in which it is written. 9. Destroy the being that own one's sin.
What did everyone get? I missed 3,
Could
5,
you
and
repeat
7.
the
No.
first one again?
Because you're going to see why.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay. God damn it. Let me just copy and paste that into my notes.
I know, right? Being a dingus and like writing it down as he says it.
Yeah, dude.
To be fair, I wouldn't have expected you guys to do that. Or I wouldn't have expected you guys not to do that. So, like,
Okay, never mind.
yeah, like, I mean, it makes sense to take the notes. I just figured instead of repeating myself 15 times, I'd just copy and paste it.
Oh no, be a good note taker. How dare you?
Yeah, I haven't been a good note taker this
Since
entire.
ever.
What?
No, I've been a good note taker sometimes.
Sometimes this campaign I have not. So
I try to be a good note taker, and then the notes erase themselves sometimes, and I just like, well, get fucked then myself.
see, I use Google. They save it automatically and steal my data. So
That's
So
why
we could like,
note.
so we could totally just derail the campaign and be like, "Fuck it, good side's gonna kill that devil."
You guys could certainly motherfucking try right now.
We
I mean,
probably
either
need
way
to,
the
like-
campaign ends. We beat him. Cool. We lose.
I
Still
promise
happens.
there's not a single archdevil that you guys have a shot in fucking hell and killing right now.
well, yeah.
I mean,
But that's
like,
why we need to get to the end of the campaign. Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to like wait till the end and then we start going on a killing spree.
You guys could natural 20 every single roll against any archdevil right now, and you would still lose.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't expect to win right now.
And
I don't think
no, that's not a
anybody
part. That's not a part of derailing. Spoiler alert!
I was like, wait.
I have 9 stat blocks, one for each of the 9 lords, for a reason.
yeah, because we're gonna take over, and then like we'll just like Gordy, you can
We'll
be
level-
like the greed guy.
Yeah. Greed.
I don't know. I just chose what I read.
Because your name starts with G, and so does Greed.
Yeah, and you're green, and they're both G's.
Goblin. Are you being racist right now?
Oh, was that a racist thing? No.
Well,
Let's not have another rock chucker incident, okay?
That was different.
By the way, I was playing a game the other day. Fuck, what was it? I think it was playing League, and I was playing Malphite, and he throws a rock as one of his abilities, and I called myself a rock chucker. I laughed so fucking hard at it because of the context. He is just a giant rock, by the way. He's an earth elemental that throws rocks pretty much.
God.
So it was perfect.
So, I guess we get back to the place.
Those are to
Yeah, after I type my joke.
Okay, no, that doesn't.
God.
Oops.
So,
What?
oh, wait, never mind. Oh, not retarded. I thought it was.
Make sure.
I'm eating a Yorkshire. Hold on. It's sticky.
A York? A what?
Mhm. Peppermint
A
pie.
Yordle?
Nope. I don't eat Yordles. They look gross. So, you guys arrive. Iomo welcomes you in, sees that you guys look mostly unscathed, outside of maybe a little bit of soot on your shoulder or something. She introduces you into the table and says, "We have much to discuss, but before I say what I need to, please, get it off of your shoulders or your chest what you wish to say."
Why?
well, what?
No other reason. I just wish to make sure that any information that you bring to us can be contributed to the rest of the conversation.
Well, we met with some representatives of the ninth layer of hell, and they tested us, you know, in trying to see if we could understand the other layers to some regard. And though it took us a few attempts, we were able to complete their test and were rewarded with being able to ask some questions to understand the hells a bit better, and also were given this uh, a little booklet of how to, redeem oneself while being corrupted. And while handing that over and them taking some time, I go over the questions that we asked and the answers that we received. If anyone wants to stop me or change anything that we were told.
Yeah, info dump our questions and the ways of, I guess, purifying a soul from corruption.
And then there's also this strange symbol that we found once we left the building that changed after we were finished asking our questions and all.
Yes, we fear we know the reason for that. That will be a part of our conversation. Is there anything else of importance to you all before I begin my long-winded... Well, I don't know what else to say about it outside of that is long-winded. Godson took that as a no. She looks to you all, nods her head, and says, we're going to start from the beginning. You all met him being named Traxagor. He is a powerful wizard. He has been brought to this world from another one long ago, trying to understand the differences between this world and the one he came from. One of the things that he understood was the missing of the hells in this version of in this world that he lives in, which is now Ljos. So doing that study, he knew how to transport beings from, well, his world to the nine hells. So he began translating the magics of this world and the world that he knew to try to form a sort of companionship of magic to create a way to shift individuals to the nine hells. It's consistent, but only in getting people to that first layer, known as Avernus. Once you get past there, his magic is much harder to use. It is much harder to communicate, travel with it, understand, because it is different than what his world was, and he has not safely been able to travel to the nine hells here. He is smart. Calling him powerful is a stretch. He wishes to help you and us by sending you to the nine hells. And he is going to give you a small map with it. And on each a small booklet of maps, he'll say. On each page is a map that is undrawn, unwritten. He simply wishes you to travel the hells as normal, and the map will do its best to take information down as it is discovered. He has no other requests, surprisingly, considering being a wizard. It is usually rare that I find individuals like that who are not seeking more. It is a breath of fresh air, I will not lie to you. Second to that, in regards to teleportation and moving, once you... We're assuming, based on what you described to us, once you saw that flash of fire in the cathedral, it seemed as though, around that time, all the cult's layers had vanished. That bright fire quickly flashed across the landscape in Turel, creating that scorched mark on the ground. We have conferred with our allies, and we believe that is a symbol known as a symbol of Beator. It is a symbol for the name of all of the Nine Hells. The existence of its landscape is known as Beator. We are also in the midst of receiving some information that I wish to share with you, but I cannot share with you at this time because I do not want to share inaccurate information. But we believe that we have some strong leads on each of your lost relatives or close companions. And we wish to share them before we send you to the Hells. But we want to make sure that our information is confirmed or solid.
That's really good to hear. Any information about them at all would be amazing.
We cannot promise that the information is great or in detail, but simply that there is something that could hopefully give you the hope and light to move forward.
I'm just gonna look at Lupin and just give him a big smile. Really hopeful. Well, oh. Go ahead, sorry.
No, he just responds with what as you stare at him.
Just finally some news. I don't care how little it is. It's good to know that there's still something out there. I question myself so much if I was wrong. How long do you think it will be before Mr. Traxador will be sending us down to the Hales?
Just after a 10-day. In a 10-day, our allies will arrive that we discussed with you. They will each have something to share with you, both knowledge and something that they wish to give unto you as a gift from them to you as a fight against the evil of the Hells. And then you will choose an ally. And then after one final rest, we plan on sending you to the Hells. Traxagor will have some information ready for you before he shifts you to the Hells as well. But that will happen on that day, right before he sends you. He's focused right now on making sure the circle is going to work thoroughly. Once you arrive in the Hells, communications will be limited. And then once you get past the first layer, they will cease to exist. Outside of maybe rare, niche situations. So you have a 10-day to decide which ally you'd wish to bring with you in that journey among the Hells. A guide, so to say, that would help you traverse them, understand them, and give you access to some sort of benefits or the other. I am currently waiting, and it should be only a day or two before I receive information on their representatives. The only one that I've already got an answer for is the Order Keepers, and they refuse to give you the name of any of their members. They are mysterious. It still makes me uneasy. The Hell Riders have not sent word yet, so I assume that they are either going to wait until they arrive to introduce themselves, or their answer is on its way. And then you have all met Ashiel.
Well, I say that's both a lot of time, but retrospectively, not that much time either.
A 10-day is very short. I do have something for you all. And she produces a small chest, like a coffer. She opens it, and she hands each of you 5 bags. Or each of you 1 bag, sorry, Jesus Christ.
What is this?
A reward for your efforts here. And an ability, and hopefully some sort of access to the things that live within the city. That way you may find yourselves able to procure resources before you travel to the Hells, as we can only imagine that resources will be finite there.
I opened the bag.
You each receive 500 gold pieces.
Holy.
Oh wow, this is the most amount of wealth I've seen in, well, ever.
Yeah, Gold Dragon's Hoard wouldn't hold gold, it'd hold all kinds of weird shit instead. They're cool. So even if you've seen one of the Dragon's Hoards,
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
she nods her head, tells you that again, if you wish to wait a 10-day, that the allies that come will likely have some access of items for you all. It will probably give you reduced costs and services.
I think it would be best to wait.
She also offers you... never mind. No, she's not, because it's late enough. Never mind. I had it in here written, you guys could do a side quest, but, like, it doesn't make sense. I had it written in there for, like, if you guys complete this fast enough and I needed something to hold in the rest of a session.
We had another 7 doors, 2 hour situation. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that can like last us like 3 weeks if you just put a good enough door there.
Like
Don't-
50 doors, and then take us a year.
D&D's worst nightmare. Doors. The D&D party's worst nightmare, sorry.
Just like that one time in Ljos when we had to open like a hatch or whatever in the pyramid.
Oh, yeah. It's every party,
think-
not just you guys.
At that point, we were like traumatized.
By touching anything? Yeah, that's fair.
Good thing I'm not a player who touches everything they say.
You literally touch everything.
I know.
It's great.
Well, if that's all, should all of us take time to prepare?
Yeah.
It would seem so.
Great. Well, if all of us could have a moment together by ourselves, it might be good to talk to each other, see if we need to get anything straight, and maybe get to know each other just a bit more, since we'll be traveling the hells together.
She nods her head, says, I will take this journal that you have given me and go transcribe it, and then I'll bring it back to you in the morning.
Thank you very much.
And then she nods her head to you guys and backs out. And then you guys can do that. And does anybody have anything weird and low that they request? My 3 spellcasters obviously spells, but anything else anybody gets that's weird?
Oh, let me send you the exploit. I get this one.
Okay.
I get a Eldritch Invocation.
Okay, so just send me your invocation, please. You're not allowed to have lock and load.
That one is pretty cool.
Whenever you are eligible to get hit points, you can 30 each other. Use your internet dice. Roll to determine hit points. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take all of the the invocations associated with the pseudo subclass. I don't know. Quarter class. I don't know.
The-
Close enough.
The pact.
The pact. Yeah.
I took Call Lightning and Windwall, both 2024 versions,
Pact.
just to keep it simple.
I got I got Revivify, and then my subclass gave me Remove Curse and Aura of Vitality, and then I got it from Ritual Caster. I gained another spell, so I took Alarm.
I get the best feature you can ever get in this game, extra attack.
Bonk again.
Oh yeah, I also got I can shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
And I
They
fire
changed
again.
the concentration on calling into 10 fucking minutes?
What was it before? Like an hour?
I think it was only 1.
A minute? Oh, damn.
No, it's 10 minutes. God, I just thought it was always shorter than that. Jesus Christ, it was 10.
Well, while we have the room, I think it might be good to at least learn something of each other. And we all know that someone special in our lives was taken away, but we haven't really all talked about it. Is that something y'all are comfortable talking about?
I suppose. If I'm being quite honest, the fact that they even got any news that people were looking for in the hills is actually quite disheartening. Part of me hoped that they weren't in the hills and that we wouldn't have any reason to go there in the first place. After what we've seen, it seems like even more of a heavy burden than any one person should be able to even hold.
I missed the question.
If you're willing, if we're all willing to talk about the person who's missing from our lives that we believe is in the hills.
Oh, well, mine was my mother. She was a lovely individual. We cared a lot about the community and gave back as much as she could. Well, yeah. You know, everyone thought she was dead, so I guess it's a relief, but I don't know. I can't trust it until, I get like real evidence. Because kind of everything I've been going on since she's been missing has been just kind of like a hunch. Don't want to get my hopes up.
As for me, I'm looking for my best friend. We grew up at the monastery together, and he was a lot more outgoing than me. I was born into the monastery at a young age. My father introduced me, but he came at a later date, and he was the only one around my age that I was able to essentially relate to. Everyone else was either a bit younger than me or a bit older than me. And we were friends for many years, but then one day our leader, Hamadanskrosk, started an offspring, and he was there to guard it one evening as part of a rotating shift, and the next thing we knew, we found that the offspring was murdered and killed, and he was nowhere to be seen. And that's the last we've heard of him. I don't know what could have caused him to do this or why. I just want to know why he did it. Maybe he was framed or something compelled him to, but I just want to ask him why.
I'm sorry. I hear that. Sorry for your master, and I'm sorry for your friend. I hope you can find that reason.
I hope so too. He was a He was a good person, or at least I like to believe so, and I still like to believe there's some good in him still. And hopefully I can get to the bottom of this.
My brother and I had to separate for a while after we got in trouble in the past. You know, just doing stupid stuff as kids. During that time, I was taken in by this nice elvish lady, and called herself Sister Dristilla, and helped me out from when I was in a really rough spot. And I wanted to thank her.
Sorry, I had to piss like a Russian racehorse on all back.
And she was really interested in books and understanding and writing and everything, and it kind of caught my eye. And she's a follower of, told me everything about gathering knowledge and being able to share it, the fun and beauty of that. And she wanted to try to write a entire history book of Ljos's magic, as far as it's understood, and was just collecting books from all over. And something that I decided, well, I needed to find a purpose for a while. It was something I could help out with. And I did that for a long time. It kind of helped me discover more about myself and how to tap into my own type of magic that I had. And even taught me how to speak Elvish. But the last few weeks of knowing her, she started to change a bit, and I think it's because she found this strange book that it was the strangest thing. Got it for her from a deal that she found, and the more she read it, the more crazed she seemed. Had strange ideas, talked about concepts that made no earthly sense, and seemed to contradict each other while tying together. The more she talked, I didn't understand it. And one day she asked me to go find another book, something like that one, and I left. And when I came back, her house that we were living in together was burned down and destroyed. And I found a note saying that I don't really understand it, but saying that she broke a pact and that she was being taken. Fire destroyed everything else inside of that home and several homes around it. Everyone was saying she was gone. I don't know, I just got a feeling from that note and just from knowing Sister Tristilia that there had to be more going on. Thankfully, shortly after, me and Lupin were able to meet back and trying to figure out what to do next, and it's kind of what led us here. Well, at least on my part.
Similar story. During our separation, I didn't really know where to go, and I basically grew up in woodland area anyway, and so I retreated to the forest, just try to survive, and I wasn't doing very well. Met a woman named Melia, and she was knowledgeable and had expertise that I didn't, and she taught me, one, how to survive, and two, but I kind of had a problem of randomly shifting into animals during moments of emotional stress, we'll say. And she helped me learn what that connection meant and put me down the path of becoming a druid in the first place. And we had traveled together, we had fought together, we, shared camp together. And then we came across the one thing we weren't ready for and apparently couldn't defeat, which was just men, hunters, looters. I still to this day don't know what they were, but we lost, and when I woke up, she was gone. I have no real connection to believe she's in hell, but I have ran out of places to look.
I believe I mentioned earlier that I grew up an orphan. And I'm sure many of you have noticed that I have a tendency to keep to myself. I'm not too much of a talker. That's actually a trick of the trade. That and a great many other things that were passed down to me by my mentor, who taught me how to be a bounty hunter. His name is Hank, and he's the person that I'm looking for. You see, much like you, Remus, I have a hard time believing that Hank somehow found his way into hell. It doesn't sound like Hank. Not by a long shot. In fact, Hank's the one that taught me to always be selective with your targets and really only pick the ones that, you feel truly deserve it. Truly deserve the possibility of receiving the business end of your boomstick, if you know what I'm saying. We never risked coming after somebody whose only bounties are petty crimes. It's too much risk. You don't want to put someone's life at stake with a bullet, just because they were stealing to survive. We only went after the really bad ones. Anyway, after he had taught me everything that I needed to know, we went our separate ways, but we always stayed in touch. Him being best friends with Sister Judy, who ran the orphanage that I'm from, it made it a nice little triangle, the three of us always being in touch with one another. But after a while, neither Judy or me were hearing from Hank. I went looking for him. Can't find hide nor hair of him. And that's not like Hank. So, on the tip, I wound up here just like the rest of you. Again, still skeptical that he is even here, but like Remus said, I don't know where else to look. So, if he is down there, I'm thinking he was tricked, and I'm not very okay with that, if you know what I'm saying.
I do understand that we look exactly alike, but that was me.
I apologize, Lupin. I do get the two of you mixed up. It is a learning process for me.
Just remember, he's the one with the long hair and the bitchy voice.
Now, hold. Okay, I'll give you that. That is a way to describe it.
All in love, brother.
I'm sorry for each of y'all's loss, and I hope we're wrong that they're not there. I just got a gut feeling that they are. That we're.
As do I.
We'll find him, brother.
I know.
We will.
Well said, Gordy.
That's right. Just let it all out. Those segments.
Well, strange. After that encounter with those people, have you feel stronger in a way? So, I know we talked about growth and everything, but this is alarming how different I feel.
I'm glad it isn't just me.
It's strange. I feel extraordinarily more experienced with this past 2 days than I ever have.
Yeah, I couldn't hurt hardly anything, not even like a fly, more than a couple days ago.
Now you brutalize people.
I would rather not. It's hard to control. I'm still getting the hang of it.
It's not been that long since I lashed out and mauled somebody as a bear, so
It's
I understand what you mean.
You're still learning your magics, and I'm not sure how you draw your powers, but Even then, magic seems like it has kind of a steep learning curve.
Say that twice, especially Sister Drestelia helped me understand how to tap into my magic. I had my connection severed for a time, you could say, and didn't really know how to get closer to it. But she helped me research and find a way, kind of an older way that some people were able to connect to it rather than unleashing it in waves by connecting to. Well, I don't know if he uses the weave, but I'll just say the weave. Connecting to the weave where interconnection rather than pulling on its power, more like poking holes in it, finding weaknesses that I'm able to exploit, grab those weaknesses and let it out as a flash. That's kind of how we were able to understand my own type of magic, but it was so weak and mysterious before. But now, over just a few days, I could feel ways to grab hold of it in better ways and understand how to shift it to my own needs. More than I ever thought possible.
I would have to agree.
Gordy, are you okay if we ask you? You are a warlock. Who did you get your powers from? Do you know?
Yeah, her name is Lady Shaw. Give me a second.
Not Lady Shar.
No, it's not Shar.
Holy
It's like
shit.
it starts with a sh. I wasn't okay. I wasn't sure if I was right. With the first thing that
Shadowheart,
came to
I love her
mind.
too.
No, it's not.
I'm a warlock of Asmodeus, actually. Surprise.
Yeah.
Shawarma, I love that place.
Her name is Lady Chandria. I don't expect you to know anything about her.
Can't say that I do.
She has a city in the Feywild.
Oh, so you've mentioned you've been to the Feywilds. So how did you meet this lady?
Well, I kind of. She has like a in her city. She has a castle where people can meet with her, and I was lucky enough to be able to have something that she could want. Basically, just my skills with architecture. I can help her design her city, and because they're not. It's not in the best location. They get attacked a lot. So they need to be rebuilding it constantly. So I can help design the different structures that they need to rebuild as they need it. And then while I'm doing that, she gave me the ability to help look for my mother, essentially. She also has a soft spot for adventures. Or so they say.
I mean, to be quite fair, she gave you a whole job and some magic. I would say she has a pretty soft spot for you, I would say.
I mean, some people call me cute, so maybe that's it, but
She does not.
Who's that?
That's mostly a joke.
I mean, it's like,
It's
You hear that
mostly a
voice
joke.
too, right?
Well, that's good to know, and I hope that while we're traveling, you're still able to help out those people, especially with her help. I got a question for all y'all. Something that's weighing on me too. If we're going down to the hills, they're going to try to, if I understand it correctly, exploit us for anything that we've done in our past. And I'm wondering if there's anything that any of you have weighing on yourselves that we might want to bring to the surface now before we have to face it down there.
To be quite honest, nothing particular. I grew up in a monastery, learning the values of Bahamut, how to do virtuous deeds for others. So, all my life I've been taught to do good. And I mean, the most bad I might have done was, maybe stricken down a stray animal, maybe came too close to a village, or maybe an occasional bandit or two, but nothing so atrocious that would come back to haunt me.
Lupin eyes will snap over to you. Certain this is a rabbit hole you want to go down?
I mean, you're able to transform into it, can you not?
Apologies. I was looking at my brother.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but if we don't, it may come back. I said that we were separated for a while. There's kind of a reason for that. Lupin and I killed somebody.
Together as barely more than children.
For what reason?
We were sold to him as indentured servants. This man was not a good man. He had plenty of people working under him and forcing him to do plenty of stuff. And us working outside of his house for a while, and for myself, he learned that I had some type of connection to magic. He brought me in, and I was more of a inside servant for him. You could say, to work with magical understandings and test my own abilities, but separated me from Lupin. He was not a good man.
We had spent every waking day together, and then spent multiple years where our only communication was the few moments we got at night by me climbing a tree to get to his window before the man would do his rounds. The man was cruel because he wanted to be cruel. And he struck my brother, and that is when the three of us together learned that I was also born with the gift.
I don't know exactly what changed that day, but he wanted to try something, some type of ritual or something. 2 times that he came outside and was working on something, I was questioning him more than I should, I guess. As soon as he struck me and I was down, it was all happened so fast, but Lupin was on him. He was trying to hurt Lupin and all this, and I just remember using some magic. Thought that I couldn't use. I remember seeing blood and seeing holy fire everywhere, and I remember just holding on to Lupin as we saw his body in front of us and heard the sound of guards and people screaming.
This man had power and influence, and very few people knew of how he treated his servants. It was not the first time Remus had been hit. It was not the first time I was hit. But it just, I don't know, I snapped. Power surged and things went bad. But men like that, you can't just kill them because they're mean. That's not how the world works. So we ran and then separated for a couple years.
Hell, I hate to say it, Sigmund, but when you said that you were a bounty hunter, I got right scared. Thought you might know who two of us were. Some way, I don't know how big it spread or anything. Again, while we were trying to run out of the city, I got split up. I stayed in the city. Lupin left, and thought that was the end. I was hoping that was the end. So, if I've been treating you cold in any way, Sigmund, I'm sorry. I just had some fears and some regrets back then.
It's no hard feelings, bud. Most people take a look at these firearms and get a little skittish anyway, so that's quite all right. And, you know, not to discount your story, but if we're talking about things that may come back to haunt us, I would say that I too am in a similar boat. Not really, but kinda. I have also killed men, but it was 100% justified, and they were all murderers, I guess, is the best way to put it. Bad men. And if I hadn't put them down, then they surely would have put me down, along with probably many others. So, like I said, I don't truly regret my actions. I feel they were justified, but it's never a good feeling to end a life.
That's why it weighs heavy on me. I won't speak for my brother, but it was not my right to make that choice. And within that space of it not being my right, I didn't know I even had the gift. We thought I didn't have it at all. My brother was the lucky one. And it was my lack of control in self-exploration that led to that man's death. Cruel or not, he never outright killed anybody. He was just a fucking bastard. We just couldn't... I couldn't take it anymore.
He was gonna kill you, Lupin.
It's a kill within wrath, and that's wrong.
If you were to ask my opinion, I think what you did was, well, not necessarily in your eyes, a good thing. In my view, it was simply you protecting your own sibling. One might call that justice, defending one who was downtrodden and helpless. Even though there could have been alternatives to reprimanding this man, you did what you thought was appropriate at the time. I don't condone violence. I try to do it as the last sort of, as a last act if there's nothing else that can be done, but I don't think you should hold this against you. But I understand if it weighs on you.
Thank you for your understanding.
I'm proud of you, Lupin. I know it's hard to look back, but everything you did then, I'm proud of you. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you more during all that time.
Nah, brother. Nah. It may have been a killing wrath, but I'm just glad we're both still here.
Especially since we got to meet the rest of you.
Let's not push it yet.
It's only been like, what, like 2 days?
This would be the third day, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's to a prosperous relationship.
Go for the best. Now that that's out, I don't have any more secrets.
I'm adopted.
You're adopted? Was your mom a goblin?
No.
I
Oh,
think you meant your biological mother.
no, the
Nope.
mom who was missing.
Oh, I see.
Yes. I don't know my biological parents. But yeah, she's a human.
Well, I'm glad to see that she raised a smart, intelligent young man.
Oh. Thank you, Kais.
You remember that next time you watch him horrifyingly murder somebody?
Guys is like, yeah, he's smart, and then like just fucking Eldritch splats someone to the wall.
No emotion in his face.
There
What
would be
an
no remains, just
upstanding
ash.
young man.
I'll do it again.
This goblin wouldn't hurt a fly. Now the Lord of Flies, that bitch has it coming.
Dude, for real.
Valid.
Still, sorry if we're hiding that stuff, but if we're going to a place that's going to mess with us, I think it's important for everyone to know, and even if it's hard for you to face right now.
To be quite fair, I don't think anybody expected to join a small band of individuals who were tasked to go to possibly the most dangerous place in all of existence.
Yeah, if I was really trying to hide something, then it would take a lot more effort for you to get it out of me.
I just thought my brother offered a good point. We didn't want secrets to be able to be used amongst the group against ourselves.
So a goblin, two Asimars, a human, and an air genasi walk into a carriage.
Just say two assholes.
I was about to say
Still accurate.
being ridden by an otter, but he wasn't an otter at the time.
Yeah, that would just cause some otter confusion.
I stabbed my brother.
Can I join?
I allow it.
For many reasons, but that's
Two
one of them.
Brutus.
I mean, your middle name is Cain.
That's true.
Wait, is your middle name Abel?
I mean, I don't know. I was just making a joke there. Could be.
Fuck it. Our middle names are Cain and Abel now.
Sounds
'Cause
good.
it's hilarious.
I don't know what that's a reference to, but that's good to hear.
I'm very happy for you.
And now I'm loading a gun called Trauma.
Oh, we've already had the discussion like 3 times about how you're gonna force one of the twins to die.
I stepped away
That
for a
force
second.
just inevitably kill one of them.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Not force, but like, gonna gun for one of the twins.
Who
Don't
needs
worry, I
a
have worse things to do to you guys.
cane because they're disabled?
Well,
Maybe.
on a brighter note, have you guys ever had this much money? Like, holy hells.
No. I don't even think like Master didn't carry around this kind of fucking money.
No, and the mill, it probably took, what, like 8 years to get half of this?
If that.
I mean, my father used to give me an allowance for, minor things like a snack, maybe an interesting book, but, well, this might as well be a dragon sword to me. And I've seen dragons.
I mean, my mother made pretty good money as an architect, but still, this is like
This is
a lot.
of
Oh, at
money.
once.
I could buy a
yeah.
lot of snacks with this.
I could buy a lot of snacks.
One joke that I have in real life whenever someone's talking about a whole lot of money is just like, man, if you turn that into quarters, you could get so many fucking gumballs, dude.
So many gumballs. Who's gonna stop you?
The
Dude, with
gumball
inflation,
police?
now they're like 50 cents, dude. That's really good.
Fuck.
That's just
I
how you
have
blow
no idea.
bubbles. Inflation.
For real.
What about you? What's the highest bounty that you ever went after, Sigmund?
Like financially?
Yeah.
Well, DM, it's not a really wealthy area, that section of the world I'm from, is it?
You're from we did Pillshire, right? I'm like
Yeah.
90% sure.
Yeah.
No, it's quite the opposite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
Everyone's
pretty
rich,
poor.
but they're no.
Oh.
Everyone is Everyone's rich, but they're dirty rich. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, right now I'm writing a background for my evil character who's dirty rich.
Nothing
So-
like money, like drug money.
Yeah,
you wish it was drug money.
everyone's like on paper, not rich, but like, and when I say not everyone, that's not true. Like the common person, yes, is going to be poor there, but that's because everyone steals from there. So like, it's a very unlawful area that is controlled by a group, multiple groups, but mostly a group known as the White Tiger Syndicate. They are like the head honcho group. Like they almost reign supreme above the Maharaj there, who is the leader. He's like the the king, the elder, whatever you want to refer to him as. Like in comparison, he is known as the Maharaj, and the Maharaj is immensely weaker in power to the people than the White Tiger Syndicate. And the White Tiger Syndicate kind of has a chokehold on everything that exists there. So everyone that is there on paper, that is like high up or whatever, looks poor, but they have so much like blood money from doing dirty, gross shit.
Well,
But you are right in the aspect of like being a good bounty hunter. You would not have a lot of good jobs. Like your highest job might be what you have now, and that would have been only because of the skill level of your mentor.
yeah, as a solo bounty hunter, I haven't brought in a real big bounty myself yet, but I did help Hank once take down a pretty nefarious fella, and he gave me a 30 gold for that, so, that's probably the biggest one I've taken down.
Oh, dang.
I have a question. What does one buy with this much money?
I'm going to try to
Whatever
get
the fuck
some,
you want.
I'm going to try to get some books.
Look,
It's
Prostitute.
Hookers, bud. Hookers.
What's a hooker?
It's the thing you put on the end of a fishing pole.
Oh, I've never been fishing. Can you show me how to use a hooker?
Yeah, that's...
fishing wouldn't be too bad.
The immediate yes was great. There was no hesitation.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to get some books. I kind of made a little pledge to myself that when Sister was still a house, but she always called it a library, burned down, I wanted to start recollecting some of her lost knowledge and maybe start writing what she was trying to write before, a history of magic in Ljos. Maybe see what type of information I can find, and hell, maybe there's something that she didn't even have down in the hells. If I collect that and find her, maybe it will be easier to restart her work and maybe start something of my own.
I understand, brother, but can we at least entertain visiting somewhere that might sell something that I don't know, makes us not die.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I'm not going to spend all this money on books.
Okay, good.
I was
Because
just...
you wouldn't have been able to carry them. Then they would have ended up in my bag, and I got a lot of shit. I don't even have a damn bag. I don't have anything. But that's not the point.
I mean, you could turn into a bear now. I'm sure I could carry a
We
few
are
more books.
not abusing the fact that I could turn into a bear to carry your shit.
Lupin, what if we get you like a saddle?
I will. I stabbed my brother again.
No.
I approve.
It's just like that, like classic fucking twins battling slap fight.
I mean, how would you explain that to the leather worker? Yes, I would like a saddle for my brother.
They'd blush and look at you and say, maybe you should go to a different place for that.
Maybe you should go look for a fishing store.
There is a special layer in hell for you.
Yes, there would be.
Great. Which one? I'm going to be visiting there soon. Do they have better leather work?
Dwarf? It's a lot of tanning.
What are you gonna turn into, like a red goblin by the end?
Hobgoblin. Suddenly you're just taller for no reason.
No, gross.
Well, Gordy, congratulations. You hit your growth spurt.
He'd also turn red.
So wait, you were... Excuse me, you were prepubescent before?
Oh, I guess.
His voice drops.
You hear a loud shifting, and you look down, and you see just a bulge now.
It's like puberty for goblins.
Hey guys, want to play some baseball? Excuse me, I have to go masturbate.
Alright, I guess we do the shopping thing, and that's it?
We have a little bit on top of that, as long as you guys are a little willing. I was doing some stuff in the background while you guys were role-playing, so I have some stuff ready for you guys, if you guys are ready. It shouldn't be too long.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
I got some time.
you guys... I shouldn't have clapped. It's like 10 o'clock, my bad. People are asleep. You guys... wait 10 days, I'm assuming? For everyone to arrive?
Yeah.
Attuned to my ring of protection.
You sure can. No, I take it away from you, because fuck you.
Fuck you too.
So is everyone cool with that, waiting? Or does anyone have anything specifically that they're attempting to do before we move forward?
I'm fine going, but I am going to get rid of 10 pieces of parchment just for my nightly prayer ritual that I do.
Okay. That works. So you guys can go ahead and long rest over that period of time. And then, the next day arrives. You are woken up by Iomo. She brings into a large room where you see a group of people sitting. Hold on. I'm looking for something because I didn't download it, like a dingleberry. You see a man clad in armor. Does that exist? Hold on. Surely there's a thing for it. Wow, okay. Sure, I guess I have to make something up. So I'm gonna find something online. Hold on. I thought they had a thing. And they don't!
Bitches.
I need those hookers you were talking about.
This works. Because that's the Flaming Fist. Can I fucking get it? Thank you. I had to click 7 times on the same image for it to eventually open to a point where I could copy it. Jesus fuck. You see a man with a shield and armor emblazoned with that symbol. It's not an official thing. I just found it and using it because I thought they had an official symbol. You see, obviously, Ashael And then you see another man who wears a cloak, and he has like a masquerade mask on right now. It is very simple. It has golden and white and black colors schemed on it, and across the face and down like where the nose is, it looks like a scale is on it. And on the right side of it, you see a black wing extending, and on the left side, you see a white wing extending. And this is on his mask. The individual in the armor stands up to you, and he reaches his hand out to the first person who would grab it.
I'll grab it.
Well, no, guys.
Nice to meet you all. My name is Bernard.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Bernard.
I'm a member of the Order of the Hell Riders. I am going to be the representative for them as one of your options for the potential guides. I hope that you hear us out and choose to bring me along your journey, for there is much that I wish to achieve while in the Hells. And he steps back, and Ashael stands up and says, "We have already met." And she bows lightly. You already know my reason for wishing to go to the Hells. I hope that I can accompany you to help keep your journey safe and assist you as much as I can in my path to atonement. And then you see the third man look over, and he nods his head. I am from the Order of the Keepers. My name is unknown to anybody, but those who are important to us. You are not deemed important yet. We wish to go to the Hells to seek information to learn of this arrival and the potential fractures that would come. And then Iomo steps up. They were all very eager to stand in front of you and introduce themselves today. So I apologize for the rush of individuals, but it is quite important that we decide here who you would choose among your journey as a guide. Before you ask them questions, I feel like it would be important to decide who you choose to accompany you. I have requested that they show you some form of alliance, allegiance, or appreciation. So they have come bearing gifts for you all. 4. My sorcerer. Give me 1 minute. It's gonna take me a minute to get all these to you guys.
Bernard.
This is from, these first 2 things are coming from the Order Keeper. Items. Sorry, I have to go to my things to save stuff. Okay. This is the first thing he offers, and he doesn't offer, he just gives it to you. And he gives this to our sorcerer. God damn it. Hold on, I have to find it again. Homebrew, Trillings, Focused items, griffins, cards.
A note that says, "Do you like me, YN?"
Why session? Question mark.
Yes, very yes.
You receive that item. And he also gives you a parchment alongside it. That is the ability to understand the item, so that you may hopefully be able to identify with it. We also offer, and then he's walking over to you, Gordy, to give you something as well. And he describes to you guys, we also are in the art of trading magical items to understand the greater world around us. If you come across items that you wish to no longer hold on to, we will be willing to buy them for a price. We offer magical... If we are to come with you down to the Hells, we will be able to offer magical items as I can confer with my allies. We can also help by gathering knowledge in return for payment. We can also identify items for you. One of the things that we are greatly skilled in as well is removing and understanding curses. We cannot remove them all, but we are quite proficient in it. I might have to give you yours later, Gordy, because I did not find it, apparently. Or I didn't save it into my thingies. Can you wear light armor?
Can I wear light armor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
You
proficient in it.
You sounded like you didn't want that.
Mm. I mean,
I'm looking at two different things. Hold on. That I knew I had. I just didn't save either one. I saved all the things that I wanted to give to you guys, but I didn't save yours. So I'm making sure. Not that one. That's mean. Okay. I'll let you choose because a couple of you are going to have choices. Sorry, Jimmy. Actually, I might give you a second one, Jimmy, because yours is kind of... meh.
Okay.
Not Sean. Andrew, do you want a mask or do you want light armor?
mask.
Okay. I'm going to send this to you. Give me a second. And then he is going to say to you, and this will be kind of like everyone kind of agrees to this. We have done our research to make sure we understand you all, at least a little bit, so that we can provide the most benefit to you all. While I do not understand the details of your contract, we do know that you hold one. And he hands you a blank mask at the moment, but you can... that is the item he gives you that I just sent you. Alright, Joe. The Hell Rider stands up. Do you want a weapon from Griffin Saddlebag or heavy arms?
Who the hell is Joe, bud?
Joe Mama.
Joe Bud sounds like Joe Biden's great-grandson.
What you said? A weapon from?
Griffin Saddlebag or heavy arms?
I don't know the Griffin saddlebag weapons.
It's
They're
that's,
usually pretty fucking good.
that's his thing. He makes a bunch of custom 5e like magic items. That's literally like his whole thing.
Yeah,
he has
that.
like thousands of items.
All right, let's do that.
He makes some
Okay.
pretty good shit.
He makes some cool shit. Even if it's not like insanely powerful, he makes really interesting stuff overall. What the fuck? That's not what I click on. I'm looking at the two options of this. Okay, I need you to pick from me a pistola. You know what? No, this one makes more sense. He's gonna give you this. And he's also gonna hand you... What the fuck? Sure, you get the high-res version. Why not? Oh, never mind. Hold on. That's not the card. It's just the picture. Here, have a picture of an object. He gives you this. He also hands you a small pouch with 6 bullets. And they are radiant imbued bullets. They are simply bullets that do radiant damage.
All right then.
And then he's going to walk over to you, Lewis, and he's going to hand you 2 things.
Okay.
I didn't read your class well enough, so you're getting something that's partially redundant, but get fuck nerd. You get those 2 things. And then he nods his head to you as he hands it to you. This is from a member of our order before he had passed, and he would have wished us to give it to somebody befitting the role. Please take care of it.
I thank you. I'll be
He-
sure to take good care of it.
He nods his head. And then, Ashiel goes to hand you something, Lupin. I have a few options for you, sir. Do you want armor, a shield, or I've lost them. Fuck, I have to go find them. A set of claws. They are a weapon, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, all of which is absorbed.
Oh, that's right away. The claws. Go ahead.
Huh? No, go ahead.
No. Do your thing. You choose.
I was just gonna say, fuck up, we ball with the claws.
So the claws, since you're choosing them, I'll tell you, will be able to transform with you.
Oh, I picked it because it was on theme with bear. Fuck it.
You're about to see why. I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on. Do you have a question?
I may later. So I read it a couple times.
And then she'll. You know what? Fuck it. She'll give you this too, because it's not super powerful,
Hook it.
and it's matching in theme.
Hook it.
And I don't plan on giving you guys magic items for another while, so. Alright, and then I'm gonna give you one more, Jimmy,
Alrighty.
because yours is much more mid than the rest after thinking about it for a moment. Plus, I'm feeling generous.
I think it's cool. But give me stuff. Greed.
Well, I guess you get to make a choice then, sir.
Okay.
Not you. Talking to Lewis, sorry.
Oh.
Give me a second. I didn't actually read your whole thing. I just saw the first, like, word because I was already on it. Considering the idea, if you wish to trade out your fighting style, because at 4 to 5 you could have done that, I'll let you trade out your fighting style if you want. Otherwise, you just have to make a choice, I guess. Because you pretty much would get the up in AC. You're going to retain the damage because you get a +1. You just lose the property of attacking creatures within your reach thing.
I'll stick with my fighting style.
Okay. I don't think I have any. Hold on. Yeah, I unfortunately don't have anything else that I can give you as a lance. If you want to trade it out, I can give you a different polearm, but I don't have any more lances that are that rarity.
That's fine. You can trade it out.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Yeah. Nice set of items. Thank you.
You're welcome. Give me a second. What's your face? I'm gonna delete these since you're not gonna get them. No! What the fuck? Give me a second. Oh, that's another one. Okay. Knew I was missing one. Because of the nature of what I gave everyone else and everything, I'm going to give you an item that is technically up in rarity, but a little bit behind in power for that rarity.
Okay, that's fine.
So give me a minute, I'm looking. Sorry, everybody. I didn't read his thing thoroughly enough. I didn't know he couldn't use a shield. I don't want that feels unfair. Because I did handpick everything. Oh, I didn't miss one. This one. No, not that one. Oh my god, he has a million of these. Jesus Christ. Dot, 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 dot.
Cool mask, Gordy.
If you guys wish to share each other's items, you can while I'm doing this. No, you guys aren't sitting here in silence. Sorry, I just wanted to... I want to get this done.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to be that good.
It's not your fault. I should have read better.
Oh, it's fine. So what everyone get? I know you got like a mask or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I got some sick items.
I basically can cast like a free spell, but it has to be one from one that I get from my subclass.
Got two really cool items. I got a Griffin component pack, which is basically a fanny pack that I'm able to pay 5 GP plus the cost of a component to a spell that I know, and I'm able to get that spell component. But
God damn it, sorry.
but if it's not something that's readily available, I can also I'll put in the 5 GP, and rather than the component, it will tell me where to find that component.
That's pretty cool. I think the idea of like a blonde, long hair blonde twink going to the hells of the fanny pack is amazing.
The best part is it has the face of like a little bird on it, and I'm already a little scared of it.
Just scared of real fanny pack. You just wake up and just, ah!
I also got a Ring of Healer's Heroism. When you use an action to restore hit points to a creature other than yourself while wearing this winged ring, you become infused with heroism. You gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier, and until the end of your next turn, you are immune to being frightened.
That's pretty good.
Question for you, DM: if I'm already frightened, would this end the condition?
You become immune to it, so yes.
Cool.
I got gloves that can dig.
You can do
I
more
dig
than
it.
They also give me a DPS cooldown while I'm in my bear form, so that's neat.
Hell yeah.
Plus 1 to attacks and damage and crit on a 19.
Fucking
Okay.
sick, and you get advantage when you get someone prone. That's pretty good.
Yup, and then the shield recharges when I get hit. I summon a spectral badger that like knocks the shit out of him.
I will say now, if you ever use those to start digging, I'm just going to cast Mold Earth and dig a hole faster than you.
But wouldn't you be able to do it for longer, and you can only just like do the wood?
That's
His, well,
It's always been the problem with my brother. He's got to rush everything.
Well,
if you read the effect, so he gets just clarifying why I'm here, Sean. Your normal burrowing speed is 5 feet. When you use the effect, you get more.
Yeah, I use the effect and it goes up to 10.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
for a minute I have 10, but I can do it infinitely and my brother cannot.
and
Yeah,
I would
mean, you
only
could
be able.
dash and stuff, so and you can only do it in spots of 5, and yours is only
Yeah.
movement. So
Yay. So you'd still be faster, but I'd still. We like to chat race each other on a few things, friendly competition.
Speaking of, and I'll pull out this like a half burlap sack with a bunch of fucking like colored lines and chalk on it and a handful like 8 or 9 rocks. I think it was your turn.
Oh, shoot, right. Let's see. Last one that you said was purple are not able to land next to green unless the blue and the yellow are diagonal from each other, correct? Or was it the?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, and
That's-
remember, we're trying. If I remember right, you want to remove the red line that nothing can touch the red line.
Yeah. Because enough of them.
The red line is fine, but
The red line was a good addition, but because you used wet paint, it got on some of the other rocks. And you saying that since it migrated to it due to the migration rule we added a couple months back, that it should count for those too. And I
you
just
know
think
the
that,
migrational rule was seasonal. Come on now.
right, but
Ah.
we don't know how the hell
Settlers of
season's going
Ljos.
to work.
I love that game.
I might regret this, Lewis, but here you go.
Anyway, I'll move these 3 over here, jump this one, and
No, you can't do that.
right. Sorry,
Hey,
moving
no,
3.
blue, yellow, right there.
Right. Anyway, and I believe that is a
Interesting.
knotted wheelbarrow now. Is that the right knotted wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Take-
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's your rule. Why are you asking me?
Yeah. No, I just want to confirm after we had the idea that wheelbarrow tactics were illegal for about 2 weeks.
God, just waiting until
I'm
you guys
sorry.
play me an infernal chess.
What game is this?
Oh, this is the what we call it? Whatchamacallit? I think we actually call it whatchamacallit.
Yeah, it's whatchamacallit.
I actually have another encounter I'm gonna tell you guys about. I have infernal chess ready.
Nice.
So, they introduce these items to you, and then they sit, and Iomo says, "Do you have any questions to ask of them before you make your decision? Since you are all preparing yourselves to leave tomorrow, we prefer that you ask the questions and choose an ally so they can prepare as in quick succession so that they're ready for tomorrow, and that way you can go take yourselves to the rest of their allies and try to prepare yourselves as well."
I do not know.
I would like to ask the Hellrider, what kind of services would you be able to provide to us while we're in the Hells?
Once we establish a foothold, we'll be able to provide you travel options, hopefully find and search for items to send back and forth so that we may aid you through items in combat, provide you healing and restoration through items and smaller castings of spells. We will not be able to do any high spell casting. We'll be able to provide things like greater restoration would be the peak of our might when it comes to spell casting in aid. We would also not trade in soul coins, so it would be trade through course of actions that you wish to take or any other potential, I want to say loot, but that's the right word. Currencies or loot that you would find in the Hells.
And Ashael, what were the services you would provide again?
I would be able to provide you aid. Every so often, my strength could be lent not to just my own tasks, but to you. Whether it is a small intervention or a grand one, depends on where I am at the time and what I am currently doing. I would be able to find and provide you items that could help you defeat and resist both demons and devils. And I would also, during my atonement, and if you were to aid me in that, be able to provide you long-lasting, if not permanent, increases to many things of yourselves. It could be your mental fortitudes, it could be your physical fortitudes, it could be objects that we acquire, it could be anything from as small as being able to see better in the dark to as grand as giving you great vitality that is everlasting. And I would accept soul coins, as I do have the means to remove them from their cages. I would also be willing, like the Hell Riders, to trade in exchange for assisting me in my quest for atonement.
And you of the Order of the Keepers, I understand you want to keep your secrets, but is there anything you're willing to tell us what you could do if you travel with us?
We can provide many things. Scrolls, knowledge. We can trade in magical items. We can identify things for you. We can do smaller healing, as they talked about. Ours would match, likely, the Hell Riders, in terms of greater restoration being our cap. We are also able to provide a way to remove curses, both mundane and complex ones. There are some things that extend beyond our knowledge. We are willing to trade many things. Soul coins, as Ashael has described, would be useful for us learning about the Hells. We are most willing to trade in currencies and tasks as well as trading in magical items and potentially knowledge that you find in the Hells. Our goals are simple down there as well. We want to learn. The tasks that we would trade for you would be focused on learning and acquiring knowledge.
All right. I unfortunately have to bounce here, but I would say either the Keepers or Ashael is my choice. Sorry, I have to leave.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you guys so much. This was an amazing session.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed the 2-hour puzzle. Again. I feel like I didn't do a good enough job, I don't know.
Not D&D unless you get stuck
Fine,
on
shut
something.
up. The fucking puzzle was fine. It means the damn hard
Yeah.
Keepers, 100%. I want the mystery.
I want to go Ashael since I like the permanent evidence things.
I'm gonna leave Jimmy's as a tiebreaker for now, since there's 4 of you guys.
I'm
Plus,
Because
we
he
can
chose
also
a
choose the
50-50.
keeper. Also, metagaming, we can also choose the keepers with the evil characters if you wish.
yeah. I'm leaning with Ashael.
Okay. Sigmund.
The Keepers.
Okay.
Well, he voted for both, so like. But we can do the keepers on the evil side.
So the 3 options that you'll get from the evil side will be the same thing. You guys will get told what they are. They'll be there in the beginning this time. They'll be there. You'll get to they'll introduce themselves to you, and then they're gonna tell you all their shit, and then you guys will go deal with the cults, and because it's the cults again, but just a different way of dealing with them. And then they're gonna come back, and then you're gonna come back and make a decision and get sent to hell. It'll be the same concept, but obviously, it's the same conceptually, but there's a lot going on that's different for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Kind of the good side of the Secret Order. I'm not gonna lie. I love Secret Orders, man. In case my
everyone-
player players didn't notice,
Everyone make a religion check.
there's like 15 of them. Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Bounced off a 19.
I use my once per day
Okay.
heroic thingy to do it again, because I want to know.
Okay.
Fuck! Oh well.
Oh, Sigmund does get it.
Burl.
It's close with the bonus.
Yeah, you're really close. So Sigmund, you recognize the symbol on his face. It is a symbol of Axo.
We're doing the keepers. Oh wait, no. That's not the keeper. That's the Helltide guy, right?
Nope, that is the Keepers guy.
We're doing the keepers, or I'm driving to all your houses and stabbing them in the face.
So I'm gonna roll a d20. I want you guys to vote on high or low for the Keepers. We'll just say the Keepers is the choice.
Low.
I'll let Sean decide.
I'll leave this fucking campaign. I swear to God.
We could choose him for the evil guy.
You guys will get to interact with all
No,
three of them
yeah.
outside of it. It's just your main guide. What they provide as a main stuff is what's the difference. That is it.
Yeah, but low is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. So 1 to
Just
10
player, so
is the Keepers, because he said 50-50. He said he's for either one. And 11 to 20, it's Ashael. Everyone's cool with that 20 roll? Since he said either one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, of course I want the extra lore, but like, I'm in a group. It's whatever the group wants.
I'm rolling. The order of the Keepers it is.
Let's go.
Keepers.
I'm kind of sad because I wanted to go with Ashael. I was hoping you guys would choose her, but you guys interact with her just not as much.
It's not that big deal.
Look, man, I made it all three of them for a reason. I built a lot for her for no reason. It's just one of those things where I got
Okay.
inspiration and I built a lot for her already, and I shouldn't have done that. That's on me as being a bad DM. You guys will interact with all three of them. It just matters what benefits and like access to like extra stuff that you get through all three of them. You guys will have important moments with all three of them still, because they're all going to hell. It's just who's going to guide you while you're there.
Only the guide was. I thought like the other like we were basically deciding who was going to be with us for the entire campaign. In that
Yes,
case,
you
I'm
are.
going with. Well, yeah, but you just said all three of them are going.
They're all going, so Ashael is going to go so she can seek her own atonement. You guys don't get to help her with most of that. There'll be a couple of events where you help her, and that's it. Like a couple, here and there. That's it. You don't get to discover like all the nitty-gritty of what's going on with her. You will see big important things that deal with her.
Ah.
Same thing with the Hell Riders, same thing with the Order Keepers. So whoever you choose, you get to explore and learn a lot deeper about that individual. Or
Gotcha.
individuals. So
How
that's
does that
kind
work
of,
then?
it's on side of getting the benefits they provide to you.
Then
Do we
yeah,
have-
my answer still doesn't change.
Same. Do we have anything else going on? I got a tap here.
Not necessarily, but through the week, try to message me what you would want to purchase, so we can talk about that, because that is what is going on next. So if anybody else wants to stay and work with me on that, I will. But if everyone has to go, please go. Just message me throughout the week, because next week we need to have Hell character. Not next week. Next week we're not playing Hell. We can do, if everyone's okay with it and wants to, I can prepare us the beginning of the side campaign for the Greek stuff, if you guys want to do that. It won't take me long. I already have a lot of concepts written down. I just need to mechanize the introduction and stuff. So we can do that instead next week if you guys wish. And then the week after we'll play in Hell, we'll be coming to Hell, or coming to the evil characters. So we need to be ready the week after that. And then the next 2 weeks we will not be in the Hells because Jimmy will be gone for 2 weeks again.
Okay.
So message me what you need for items and stuff. And then I'm working with you through the next 2 weeks to get your Hell character set up a little bit more detailed.
Cool.
That'll be
All right.
So,
Good night then.
bye-bye.